Hello and welcome to another online video as part of Acuity STAR training. My name is Paul Malcolmson and this session will focus on entering teaching activities into STAR. I've logged onto the system and through the All Activities view I'm going to select Teaching Activities and then Program Teaching. Program teaching covers everything that you should be able to record as teaching activities, regardless of whether it's program based or clinical based. So to access a new record, I'm always able to use the Add New button. If I wanted to clone a similar record, I've always got access to the clone value in across the data grid. So in this case, I'm going to add a new record, and the very first thing I need to do is determine which program level I'm teaching at. So the options that you typically will see will be continuing medical education, postgraduate medical education, and undergraduate medical education. The /admin piece off of all of those values has to do with with being involved with curriculum development or organizing a session or a seminar or something like that. So in this case, we'll pick postgraduate medical education. The next value would be the type of course activity, and these are the values that are defined. Your options in your drop-down menu are departmental specific, so your department might have this list or could have additional values depending on how things have been configured for your department. So in this case, for postgraduate medical education, let's say that the activity was an interviewer for CARMS. It's a very typical activity to do, and this is something that many faculty members are involved with. The institution organization, this typically in the frame and in the context of program teaching, typically is Western. That would probably be the most accurate reflection of what we're looking for in this. So to type the word Western, let go of the keyboard. You're presented a list of all of the facilities around the world, actually, that have the word Western in it. Scrolling down, selecting Western. And then I can select the Schulich School of Medicine and Dentistry. And for a department, I'm going to assume surgery would be where the program teaching takes place. And then if there's a division defined, you can choose that as well, too. So that defines what you were teaching, the activity that you were teaching. So we're postgraduate medical education. It was the activity was interviewer for CARMS. The next piece would be to determine the level of effort or how much time was spent with this. So the next two are hours per teaching session or weeks and number of teaching sessions or weeks. You can't enter a value in total hours. It is the product of these two. So if you do want hours recorded for your teaching activities, you do need to provide both so that it's able to calculate properly. So in this case, we've got interviewer for CARMS. They're 1 hour session, and if I did the CARMS interviews for an entire day, then we would say number of teaching sessions. So how many times did it happen? How long was each session? So put together, this would total. The location, if you do know the location or if it happened outside of Western, just in terms of the physical location, you could put LHSC. For example, student names is in this activity, the interviewer for CARMS, is not necessary to record the student names because they're not necessarily students at Western yet. They're potential students. Geographic scope in this case would be local. And then at this point, I've pretty much defined the values that I'd like to see for this. Let's say that this activity happened on one day. So we'll pick maybe January the 10th. And if it did only happen in the one day, I can always pick the same date from the drop-down menus, but I'm also able to click that copy start date, and it will go out and just copy those dates to the end. Very important to record both the start and the end date. At this point, I've basically recorded an entire record. I'm able to save. If you have another record that's similar, you can always use the Save and Clone button. But in this case, I'll click the Save button, and you'll see that it shows up as a second record in this case. So you can see that the hours have been calculated, and I've got a fully completed record in this system ready to go. Hopefully that helps. If you do have any questions about program teaching, if you're not seeing a drop-down menu or you have any questions, you're always able to contact your STAR coordinator to get a new value added in, or to get some understanding of where the proper values should go. Have a good day.